So The Grinch from 2018 for me is a solid Christmas movie. However, I must say the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch is 10 times better because I feel this movie feels way too diluted, and I'm going to tell you why.
Now let's steal Christmas.
And yeah, it feels like it loses the edginess in this particular film that the original and the second Grinch film, from the 2000 with Jim Carrey, really had. That really edginess, scariness of what the Grinch actually is. They presented him in Grinch from 2000, that edgy, cold-hearted, sort of like a Scrooge in A Christmas Carol, but with the Grinch. They made him so cold-hearted and feared. They made him like Shrek in the 2001, right at the beginning of the film, was really fucking similar. Where they're scared of him, they try to knock on his door, thinking that they're cool, and they end up running away when he uses Max to help scare them away. With this film, I never saw that scary edge to Grinch. He never came across as anything like that. It was just a guy that hated Christmas. That was it. That was it. And it felt that with the 1966 version, and there was something actually to fear about the Grinch. And there was something to hate about the Grinch. Because he did things because he just wanted to torment the Whovians. And what also was great in the Grinch 2000, nobody wanted to fucking speak about him. He was like Lord fucking Voldemort.
Over he who must not be named.
But with this version, it might be nostalgia from the last film, it just doesn't have that feel. And again, like I said, nostalgia kicks like a son of a bitch. And it might be that I'm delving into the 2000 version. If people grew up on this 2018 version, then they might have their opinions towards the 2018, why that one's better and whatever. But I just don't think they exploit enough and go into greater detail like the 2001 does. Like with Cindy Lou Who, for instance, who doesn't really feel that strong of a character. It more feels like the 1966 Grinch, where she just comes in to basically talk to Grinch when he's about to steal the tree and has a wholesome moment with the Grinch, who she thinks is Santa. And I think that's a wholesome moment which gets put in all three of the versions, which then suddenly changed the mind of Grinch after he steals a tree, goes up to the cliff, hears them singing, and then goes back to what Cindy Lou was saying, and it's basically Cindy Lou that really helps to transform the cold-hearted Grinch into the wholesome, lovable Grinch. But I don't think they quite have the cold-heartedness at the beginning and present him as that bad of a guy to basically transform him into like this lovable character to the end of the film. I don't think there's much transformation that happens in this film. That's just my opinion. What I would say is about this Grinch is that it feels like The Lion King from 2019, I think. And that remake just felt like the original one, but without the same magic, the same feel, the same energy, because they tried to replicate something word for word instead of trying to change something for the better. They didn't do anything different from what the previous movie did. And it's just like this movie. They really didn't change anything about the Grinch. They didn't add something new. Like, if you watch the 1966 Grinch and then watch the 2000 one, I think not only do they make it live action, it's a bit different, they also add a lot more detail because the original film is only half an hour long, and a load of people prefer that one because it's only half an hour long. You can watch it really fucking quickly. However, with the Jim Carrey one, they made it longer, they put more detail in, they put a backstory why he hates Christmas. This one, they put a really shit backstory, really, of why the Grinch hates Christmas, because they had no trees, they had no Christmas decorations, which makes it interesting because, yeah, that could be a reason why he hated Christmas. Whereas in the Grinch 2000, it was because he got bullied, taken the mick out of because he had hair on his face, and he tried giving a present to someone he loved in his class, and that was around Christmas, and then he basically got the mick took out of him, and that's the sort of reason why he hates Christmas, being humiliated around that celebration. And yeah, I think that's totally different in this version. It really doesn't show why he's as cold-hearted as he could be. And I think that it does come across as the Lion King sort of feel, that remake that sort of didn't need to happen. I'm going to admit, because you'd learn nothing else. On the ending, I do think they captured the same magic as the previous two Grinches, as they managed to go, right, the singing changes his heart and makes it 4 times or 5 times bigger than it already was. And that then transforms him into being a nice person, lovable person around Christmas, so like A Christmas Carol does, and makes him care more and want to enjoy that celebration and learns what Christmas is truly about. So no hatred there for me. And yes, although I have disagreements about this film, I still think it is a good Christmas film. I just think other versions of this said Christmas film are a tad bit better. Before we jump back into this video, guys, please do us a massive favour and smash that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss a thing this week, next week, and the week after, because we've got tons and tons of content planned for you guys, and you can do us a massive favour by smashing that subscribe button, joining the community, getting updates to all the latest videos from the YouTube shorts to the actual videos. It is well worth it, completely free, and you will not regret it. So to summarise The Grinch from 2018, this is a 7.1 out of 10 and a great film in my opinion. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments down below, and if you haven't yet seen our review on The Grinch Who Stole Christmas from 2000, check that out right now.